Good morning, America. The search for survivors 5 days after a catastrophic earthquake. Rescue workers and volunteers work round the clock, clawing through the rubble as the death toll in Turkey and Syria soars above 21,000. This morning, some hope amid the heartbreak. More rescues. Our team is there on the scene this morning. Former Vice President Pence subpoenaed the major new escalation in the special counsel's investigation into former President Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election, leading up to the January 6th attack.
Putin's new offensive. Russia steps up attacks as part of a possible new offensive as President Zelensky stresses the need for more military aid.
The work to recover the Chinese spy balloon. Navy divers search for debris to help the FBI piece it back together. As we learn more about what the administration says it was capable of doing after lawmakers grilled Pentagon officials about why it wasn't immediately shot down.
The jury in the Alec Murdaugh case hears the depths of his money trouble and the potentially damaging testimony from his best friend.
Urgent warning, the stroller is posing a big risk. What parents need to know about an entrapment hazard and how to avoid it.
Damar Hamlin one-on-one with Michael.
He was literally the savior of my life.
An exclusive first look at his first interview since his life was saved on the field, only on GMA this morning.
Celebrating Burt Bacharach, the Oscar-winning songwriter and composer behind so many hits, passing away as his timeless songs live on. Rihanna getting ready to run Super Bowl town, sharing new details about her halftime spectacular, talking about representation, motherhood, and more. Plus, we're live in Arizona, counting down to the big powerhouse showdown in a big way.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
That is always the right word for the Super Bowl, big.
Exactly.
It is big in every possible way. Good morning, America. Hope you're all doing well this Friday morning.
And we are so looking forward to our Super Bowl countdown. Also ahead this morning, we have the latest on Southwest Airlines. GL will have more on the new scheduling system and how bad it really was behind the scenes during that holiday meltdown there.
But we do begin with the latest on the earthquake. The death toll now stands at more than 21,000. But nearly a week after the disaster, survivors are still being found buried in the rubble. World News Tonight anchor David Muir is live in Turkey with more on these remarkable rescues. Good morning, David.
Lindsay, good morning. And we are witnessing at this hour an unimaginable and heartbreaking scene unfolding here behind me in Adana, Turkey. Take a look over my shoulder here and you can see the search and rescue teams who have been working around the clock here. This used to be a 17-story apartment building, and what they have done just moments ago is something sadly we have learned means they have found another body. They are now holding a blanket up, a show of respect for these lives lost as they find one after another here throughout the earthquake zone. The story across Turkey and Syria this morning, more than 21,000 dead, and yet still the miracles.
Today through tomorrow. So coming up, supermodel Ashley Graham defending her decision to stop breastfeeding her twins. Dr. Ashton is here with more. Also ahead, a look at the electric vehicle set to put a charge in the market. Plus, Lori Bergamato is here with us with the right stuff on flowers just in time for Valentine's Day. Your local news and weather is next.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. The search for survivors 5 days after the catastrophic earthquake. Rescue workers and volunteers work round the clock clawing through the rubble. This morning, some hope amid the heartbreak.
Ashley Graham talks breastfeeding. The supermodel defending her decision to switch to formula for her twins. Her message for moms and what parents should know about potential challenges. Dr. Jennifer Ashton live to break it down.
GMA First Look inside the collection of fashion icon and trailblazer Andre Leon Talley. The one-of-a-kind treasure trove up for auction with a one-of-a-kind experience. Plus, we're celebrating Black creators for Black History Month behind some of the biggest trends on TikTok, from dance to fashion to makeup.
Let's drive. We're live at the biggest auto show in the country, where EVs, electric vehicles, are taking center stage. We're answering the questions on the minds of many families in the market.
We're flying into Friday.
You ready?
with Ant-Man and the Wasp star Evangeline Lilly.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
And we're kicking off this Super Bowl weekend with a once-in-a-lifetime surprise for some all-star Eagles and Chiefs superfans. And we couldn't do it without our GMA Kid correspondent. It's all ahead as we say...
Good morning, America! Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
And good morning, America. I hope you're doing well this Friday morning. We are counting down to the Super Bowl with some super fans. They are live from the Super Bowl experience in Phoenix.
Yeah, we're challenging those fans to show us just how much they love their teams. And we have a big surprise for them coming up.
And Will Reeve has been our Super Bowl quarterback, looking at every angle of Sunday's big game. He spoke to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell about the game and what he wants us all to learn from Damar Hamlin's health scare. That's coming up.
We're going to start with the news, the latest on the massive earthquake nearly a week after the disaster. Survivors are still being found buried in the rubble. Our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell, is on the scene in Turkey. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. From Adana, you're right. Some incredible stories still starting to emerge. The camp behind me is one of dozens and dozens across this region that have been set up for internally displaced people. Incredibly, there are hundreds of thousands of people now thought to be effectively homeless while the government tries to work hard to try and house them, to clothe them. Meanwhile, as you suggested, this incredible, not just rescue operation goes on, but also managing to pull people out alive.
The best.
What are you holding there? Oh, they're tickets to the Super Bowl. Oh, that is right. You are all
What a way to kick off Super Bowl weekend.
So fun. That was the moment they found out they're going to the Super Bowl.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Just over a month ago, when you suffered sudden cardiac arrest.
Good Morning America Monday.
I'm looking at you now, so how are you feeling?
Damar Hamlin, his first interview since that game.
You were on a ventilator. You were sedated for several days. What is the first thing you remember when you started to wake up?
Damar Hamlin, Michael Strahan.
So what was it like for you to see that outpouring of love from the community that you were a part of?
The powerful and inspiring new interview. Monday on Good Morning America.